Okay, so we're given the problem that says a 75 milliliter solution of hydrogen chloride with an unknown concentration is titrated to the equivalence point with 27.3 milliliters of 0.157 molarity calcium hydroxide. What is the concentration of the hydrogen chloride in the original solution? So first, I drew a picture to illustrate what the question was asking. So we're given an acid that is poured into a base. We know how much of both, or the volume of both, but we don't know the molarity of both, and we're trying to find out the molarity of the hydrogen chloride. Then I wrote a balanced equation to illustrate the reaction that was going on, so that I would know what I would need to do in my solution. So first we needed to convert the calcium hydroxide to moles. Volume times concentration equals moles, and here I wrote out the equations you would have to do. And one of the most common errors is to not convert milliliters to liters. So that's the first thing I did. So volume of calcium hydroxide times the molarity of calcium hydroxide, which is just moles per liter, is going to equal the moles of calcium hydroxide. So once we have the moles of calcium hydroxide, and because we have our balanced equation, for every 2 moles of hydrogen chloride, there's 1 mole of calcium hydroxide. We are then able to cross out those units, and we are left with moles of hydrogen chloride. But because we're trying to find the concentration of hydrogen chloride, we now have moles and volume. So from the first equation, we know that concentration equals moles divided by volume. So we found the moles, which is 0.0086, divided by, again, we need to make sure that we convert milliliters to liters, equals the 0.115 molarity of hydrogen chloride. Some common errors, as stated before, would be not converting milliliters to liters. The volume times concentration equals moles only works if it's in liters. Another error would be to want to use the dilution formula. This is not a dilution, this is a titration, which is why we did not use this one.